Kind and courageous souls, I bid you good day, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm going to talk about something that I believe is not emphasized enough in contemporary society, or at least in mainstream American culture. I'm going to talk about cultivating values, personal values, which I would distinguish from the sphere of social or cultural activism. Standing up for certain causes that you genuinely believe in can be rewarding, but I'm talking about something a little different. Integrity is a word that gets thrown around a lot, but what does it mean? Or more importantly, what does it mean to you? For me, I would define integrity as maintaining a certain belief or exhibiting a certain course of conduct that remains constant regardless of whether it's visible or invisible. In other words, do you act the same in the open as when you're behind closed doors? Do you perform the same way for others as when you believe that no one is watching? The latter, in my opinion, provides a more accurate picture of someone's true character. In philosophy and anthropology, there is a concept known as the panopticon. This concept is a complex one that could take up a video of its own, but simply I would describe the panopticon as a circular prison where the guards are not visible, but are assumed to be present and observing the prisoners. This produces an environment whereby the prisoners engage in self-policing behaviors. Society and culture can become like the panopticon, encouraging or even coercing people to behave a certain way and fit a certain mold of what is normative, what is acceptable. In this way, despite our unique backgrounds, we can very easily fall prey to forms of groupthink, propaganda, and the pressure to conform to a sort of monolithic value system. I invite you now to pause and reflect on what kind of values you have. I would also invite you to question why you have them. Where did they originate? And do they serve you? For example, if you are engaging with a capitalist, consumer-based mindset, where you believe that the attainment of things will elevate you to a position of superiority to others, cars, expensive watches, a house, or if you have a house, a larger house, is this a value that you actively decided to embrace, or was it merely programmed into you? This might not necessarily even be a bad value, self-absorbed perhaps, but if it motivates you and drives you forward and serves as the impetus for ambition, then perhaps it is a net positive. But with a mindset like this one, you must also think about the adverse consequences. If you are transfixed into this mode of being of perpetual comparison to others, this could also lead to the fear of missing out, or the anxiety that comes with the pressure of keeping up. And if the grass is always greener on the other side, is this a road to happiness, or is it the recipe for depression, low self-esteem, or even self-loathing? So once more, I will ask you, what kind of values do you have? Do you consciously and deliberately act with compassion? Do you seek to maximize pleasure and minimize discomfort? Are you the kind of person to face your fears or avoid them? And did you choose these values, or were they chosen for you? Furthermore, should you hold fast to these values, or is it time to make a change? And with that, I wish you well, and for you to become the champion you were meant to be.